All right, so let's talk about how I started my business. Okay, I'm gonna take you back to 2009, back to my party days. So I was working in corporate and I've always wanted to start a business, but I have zero idea about how to start a business. But I mean, while I was in corporate working for about 3 years, I was always on the side surfing the net, learning about finance and business and property. Like I've always been so interested in, being really successful and making money. And I didn't know what business to start in. And so one time a friend of mine and myself came home drunk from the night before. And the next day while I was dropping off, we were going home somehow. And he happened to give me some of his nail polish. So he owns a nail supplies business and beauty supplies, and he gave me some nail polish. And anyway, when I received the nail polish and I tried it on, and it was really nice, and I asked him, how much is it? And he said it was like, I don't know, really cheap, like $1 something, the cost price of it. I was like, wow, that is so cheap. And I started thinking, comparing it to some of the brands out there like OPI and the famous brands that are selling like $15, $20. I was like, oh my God, like this is an Australian made product and you can get it for like $1 something. I definitely can make money with this. And so I basically just took that opportunity. He's like, okay, well, make the money. And he was like a wholesaler too, so he was going to sell it to me really cheap anyway. But obviously he makes money in bulk. And I just thought that if I'm just going to sell it for like $10 or cheaper than what's in the market, and it's an Australian quality product, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to make a lot of money. And so that was the first time I started my business. I basically just learned about, how to create a business name and logo. I even trademarked it. And then I started like a brand, and I was basically buying labels from China, sticking it on the bottles, and then converted my second bedroom in my small apartment into like the production room. And so that's how my journey started. And then a few months in, I developed my business plan, I built my website. I basically paid out of the money that I earned from my work. And that's how I launched the business. But when I launched it, I was caught by the company that they probably searched in my emails and they realized that I'm doing a business on the side. And so the HR people had a serious chat with me and said, hey, we found out that you're starting a business and you don't look like you're interested in this work anymore. What do you want to do? So I wasn't technically sacked, but I took that opportunity to quit my job. I was like, all right, this is my calling here. This is the turning point where I should leave, And so I think 6 months in or something, I quit my job and focused full time on this business that wasn't even making me any money yet. But I took the plunge anyway, because I just knew that unless I put myself in like the dead end and or in the, sort of like being thrown in the pool and having to swim out, I'm never gonna push myself hard or succeed. So I'd rather just like make it hard on myself and just quit my job and focus on the business. And because I'm going to be forced to make it work, I'm just going to try hard, I guess. So that was my mentality. And so I quit. And although I didn't make any money, how did I survive in those times? Well, I had a boyfriend at the time who sort of helped here and there. Credit cards, Centrelink, just doing whatever I can to survive through the first year of business that I wasn't even passionate about. So the first business, I was just doing it just to make money, just to have an idea. Like, when you don't know what you don't know, you just don't even have any idea at all, and no opportunities came. And so I just took on that first opportunity doing nail polish, but I had no passion for it. And after I quit, 6 months into it, I was just so drained. Like I hate waking up. I was dreading it because I didn't even want to put nail polish on. I don't like it. And then I was going out to meet salons and business owners, and it was such a struggle. And I just knew I couldn't succeed. After doing it, I realized that you needed a lot of money to succeed in this product business and trying to compete with all the other brands. And so I set up a meetup group called Business Startup Zero Capital, and another one. And I was doing a fortnightly meetups to meet up with other aspiring entrepreneurs. And so I started doing some speaking gig, and I wasn't like a speaker, but I wanted to gather people who were similar to me, who wanted to start a business and just share our journey on what we're getting through. And so I started to sort of build a brand around myself as a aspiring entrepreneur. And during that time, although I still had that business, I started meeting other business owners who needed some help with websites and marketing. And I didn't realize that I learned all these skills in outsourcing and marketing because of this nail polish business. So I started sharing advice and ideas, and then they said, oh, but I don't have time to do it. Can you do it? At the same time, during that year, I also studied life coaching. So I started getting some clients around coaching. And so sort of my journey started as becoming more like a marketing consultant. And when I got my first client in and started helping them with their website and consulting in their marketing, I realized that I've got a business. So I basically had to register a new business because I was making money in marketing and consulting. And then I realized that, hey, I've just developed a new business based on the needs of the people. These people don't want to learn how to outsource or know where to go to outsource. They just want me to do it. And so I sold my nail polish business to a lady that was passionate about nails. And then I got into my next business called Red and Black Solutions. So we were doing marketing, website development, SEO, the lot, so like a digital agency. And so that was my journey. And I basically, started off me and a business partner, this girl of mine. And then a year into it, we separated because our goals and needs were different. The first year was difficult. Man, every year was difficult up to, I reckon, 3 or 4 years into the business. The first few years, because my business was based on a once-off project-based type work, I was always out trying to get new clients. And then it's just that stress of not knowing when you're going to have the next client. But I would be proud to say that from day one, it was always a positive cash flow business. Like I never had to inject in money. It's more like I couldn't pay myself well for a while, but it was definitely a business that I didn't have to invest money in. It was making me more money. So then that business was a home-based business, and then the first few years, what made it more stable was having some big clients. So I had some, even the first year, then second year, I had like 1 or 2 big clients that I could rely on the steady income. And then I still had other small clients that I still did for, but that really gave me the feeling of settle and not worrying about finance too much. And then in 2015, so 3 or 4 years in, I launched Outsourcing Angel. But 2012, I did come up with the idea of Outsourcing Angel, but I didn't execute it well. But 2015, I met my business partner, Charlie, and I said, hey, I want to launch another business called Outsourcing Angel. Do you want to partner with me? And so we launched that, and it really succeeded from day one. I mean, obviously 4 years into the business, into entrepreneurship, I knew a lot more and I have more experience. I started a business that was a recurring income. I created systems and process around it rather than me working in the business. So everything I learned from the first Red and Black Solutions business, I adapted to the next business. So you keep on rolling in new experiences and skills along the way. And so that is how I started my business. It started from just taking the first opportunity, giving it a shot, figuring out my passion along the way, figuring out what will work, what doesn't work, coming up with new ideas and launching new ideas, and then partnering with people. Right now I run multiple businesses. I have a digital agency which is still running, have the recruitment for virtual assistants, Outsourcing Angel, still running. I have an animation business that I am going to put some more effort this year. It's been running for 2 years, and it's making me money. And how am I able to run all this is because I have people running the businesses and have partnerships in each one of them. So that's how I do it. So I hope I have given you some insight on how I started my business. And if you have any questions or want me to help you with starting your business or some advice, feel free to let me know and I'm happy to help you. And now I am going to have a chat with my mentors and my staff for the coaching.